Hey guys, Dr. Greg. For years we've talked about the number one correlative factor for chronic infection, for disease, and that is inflammation. So check this out. I'm going to try to show you a picture. This is Time Magazine, February 23rd, 2004. It says this: the surprising link between inflammation and heart attacks, cancer, and other diseases. So, you guys, that's 18 years ago. So how do we quantify inflammation? What causes inflammation? And how do we get to the root cause of inflammation? So I have been a functional medicine clinician for over 20 years now. And inflammation is something that we've known about for a very, very long time. I have a couple of my very favorite markers when we talk about inflammation. The first marker is HSCRP, high sensitivity C-reactive protein. This is a very sensitive marker for systemic inflammation. Essentially every cell in your body that's being impacted by inflammation. I'm also a fan of another marker called homocysteine. This is an enzyme in your body that when this enzyme is elevated, it has quite deleterious impacts on some huge systems in your body. So let's talk about numbers. So medical ranges, medical reference ranges. Many of you that are watching this, you've had labs from your doctor and they come back and say your labs are normal. And you're like, but I don't feel normal. And so think of the ranges used in allopathic or Western medicine as much like disease-based ranges. So if you're above or below, it's a disease. In functional medicine, we use much narrower ranges. Think of our ranges as more optimal ranges. So, for example, Western medicine says that your CRP should be like 1 or less, where in functional medicine, that number should be 0.3 or less. I had a woman just yesterday, her HSCRP was 6.3. That's crazy. And she would tell you that she just feels horrible. And then we ran further tests because inflammation, so what you don't take is just an anti-inflammatory. You have to figure out the why. So her why was actually chronic Lyme disease, which can cause all kinds of inflammation. The other marker is homocysteine. Homocysteine, in functional medicine, we want that number 6 or less. Huge impact about the heart. Remember, this said heart disease and cancer. Also the liver and liver detoxification. So homocysteine should be 6 or less. HSCRP should be 0.3 or less. Let's figure out the why.